it's just too special of a show to miss. This to me really seems like it is a true celebration, and it's something that everyone should come and see and enjoy, because we are we are it just in a time where we need to celebrate. We've had a lot of time where we've been alone and staying home and staying in, and I think that everyone needs to come out and see this show and celebrate the show, celebrate, just have an enjoyable time and have a great time watching everybody on stage, and just it's a party. So that's why everybody should come and see it. I know we're already completely sold out for opening night. We've been sold out for opening night actually for a while, and I think it's just going to be one big party every performance that people just shouldn't miss out on. Hey there, I'm Alison Boole. I am part of the production of 9 to 5, the musical at Kentwood Players. I'm also president of the board at Kentwood Players. If you would like to learn more about production of 9 to 5, the musical, please listen to this interview. Well, of course, it's based on the movie, which was in 1980, I think, with Lily Tomlin, Jane Fonda, and Dolly Parton, and which was not a musical. It was a funny movie, very fun and funny movie. So it's set in the late 70s, early 80s. It's an office with a large pool of secretaries. Of course, at the time, no one was an administrative assistant. And basically, the whole storyline revolves around these three women who are all employees at this company, and their very slimy boss, who is taking advantage of really everyone, I think, at the company. He's doing some underhanded actions, and he's just overall not a good person. So that's the story revolves around. And my character is Violet, who is in the movie is the Lily Tomlin part. On Broadway, it was Allison Janney that originated the role. And she is a widow, and she has well, in the movie and in the story, it's a son, a teenage son. But for our purposes, I have a daughter, and Violet has a daughter in this production. And basically, it's about her struggle with trying to move ahead in this company. She's getting pushed down because everything is the old boys club, and she is not allowed to move forward and get a promotion. So essentially, some pretty crazy stuff ensues, but the bottom line is they find out that their boss really is stealing from the company, and they take matters into their own hands. And I'll leave it at that. And hilarity ensues. It's a great show. It's actually, it's beautiful music. And actually, the funny thing about this show is what we realized learning it. We spent about 2 weeks with our musical director, Catherine Rom, who's amazing. And she worked with everyone on all of their songs. And the music is deceptively tricky. So I will say that Dolly Parton is amazing, and it is great music, but it's not the easiest music I've ever learned. So that has been very challenging, I think, for a lot of us, but it's wonderful music. I mean, you can't, of course, 9 to 5 is a great song. Everyone will leave the theater singing it for like the next week, I'm sure. But there are a lot of other really, really beautiful numbers. There's a really great number that the three women sing at the end of Act 1 that's called Shine, that I think is just, it's a very uplifting number, because we are all together in this, and we're trying to move out of our, make something happen for the good, for our benefit, for everyone's benefit. And it's a beautiful number. There's a lot of really great songs in this show. My fellow actor, Elizabeth Boughton, who plays Judy, and she gets to sing an amazing song towards the end of the show called Get Out and Stay Out. And I'll tell you right now that if anybody has any questions about seeing the show, if they're not sure, if they come just for that song, they will get their money's worth because she is just a powerhouse voice and she's amazing. Um, so that is also another great song. And then of course, I have to mention the other partner in crime of the three of us, Amy Coles, who plays Dorley, who's of course the Dolly Parton character, but she is not just playing Dolly Parton, and she does a really fantastic job in the show. She is just so funny and so smart. I mean, Dorley's character is a very smart woman. She's just got the facade of a southern, a country girl's version of glam. So as that's part of one of her lyrics. So anyway, there's just amazing music in the show for everybody. So Kirk is he's a very calm and quiet person, but he's very specific he knows what he wants. And he is a great, kind, wonderful person, very, like I said, he's very laid back and calm, but he does know exactly what he wants, and he gets that out of you one way or the other, and it's really good. It's he's just really great to work with. So Kirk is fantastic. Um, he has a vision for the show that he's really created with the look of the show, with the set, with the costumes. I mean, it's a whole package. And of course, there are many people who help put this all together. But Kirk has kind of devised a theme for the show that I think is really good. It strengthens the storyline. It kind of helps enunciate what we're trying to prove here, what we're trying to tell, the story we're trying to tell. So yeah, so he's wonderful. And then so Elizabeth Boughton, Amy Coles, and Brian Pernott is Hart, who just really is. He's so not the character that he plays, and it's so fantastic because he's so sleazy on stage, and he's just about the nicest person you could ever ever hope to meet. And he's very sweet. And I have to say, we have really great technical work being done on this show, because I don't know if you're aware, but there's a certain thing that has to happen in the show with the storyline is that we kidnap Hart at one point, and we have to hold him hostage in his home. And there's a way that we do that, keeping him in his house, that Sean Summer, who's actually Elizabeth Boughton's husband, has devised along with other members of the theater that have helped him, devised a method to basically keep Hart hostage. That's pretty amazing. So yeah, there's a lot of really, really great people involved in this production. It really is. And again, I go back to Kentwood in general. At some theaters I worked at before, you get a show, like someone comes in and says, I want to direct a show, and the theater says, great, wonderful, well, here's some money, have fun with that, bye-bye. And then you have to do everything yourself. But the beauty of Kentwood is that there are people there to help you. A lot of people in this case, a lot of people have helped us with this show, from props to costumes to wigs to lighting, set. We had a party. The whole cast came in together on a Saturday after rehearsal and primed the whole stage. So, I mean, just it's really a true family in this case of the show, and everybody's working towards a common goal. The artwork, actually, and again, it's all family. My husband did the artwork, Wes Matita. He is an artist, a sketch artist at Disney. And so Kirk, we're all one big happy family, and Kirk asked Wes to do the artwork. And so he did, and Kirk just said, here's what I'm looking for. I want to show kind of caricatures of the three original women from the movie. So that's what Wes did. And he kind of put his own little twist on it. And the actual writer of the book, Patricia Resnick, who wrote the book of the movie, as well as the book of the show, the stage show, saw the artwork and was so thrilled with it that she reached out, and we ended up sending her a poster. So It's just the artwork just really captures the tone that Kirk uh, wanted for the whole show, and I think it's really it just exemplifies the whole feeling of the show. It's fun, and it's quirky, and it's fun, and it's a great energetic show. I think it's interesting because we talk a lot about this. This show was originally went to Broadway, I think, in about 2008, and it's still very, very relevant now, as it was then. But the times that just in the 14 years that it's been are very different now than they were then. However, I think overall the overarching like message of the show is don't give up, and don't give up and also, especially, I mean, of course this show is written from a women's perspective, but I don't think it just pertains to women at all. Is work with your friends, like work together. Don't think that no one is there to support you. And I think that's really important, especially for women, because it tends to be, sometimes people think that it's very competitive and you work against each other, and it's so not the case. And I just have to say, speaking of that, so I mean, the whole overarching message of the show, I think, is you know you can do it. Anything you set your mind to, you can accomplish, and there are people around you who can help you accomplish that, and who will support you and give you love, and help you make your dreams come true. I think that's kind of the story of the show, and there are a lot of um there's other characters in the show that provide that support. It's a very supportive group of characters in the show, because there are a lot of the fellow secretaries on stage, and other men in the show that are providing support. There are very supportive characters in the show. But the other thing outside of that I just want to mention personally is, um, as playing Violet, I pretty much almost every single costume change I have is a fast change that I'm making somewhere down in off stage, literally off stage. I go to the dressing room once before the show, once in intermission, and one time at the end of the show. And the rest of the time I'm changing my clothes on stage or off stage. And we have the best ensemble group that I've worked with in a very long time. Um, a group of people who are really, really working together to move sets, and they help, on top of moving sets, which there's a huge amount of set work that has to be done in this show, and they do it amazingly. But secondly, I have people have just I need help with my costumes, and people are just there. They are making sure they can help me change my clothes. They are handing me things when I need it. Everyone helps. And it's so wonderful to work with this group of people, that a bunch of young people too. I mean, I've been doing theater for a really long time, and we have a really large group of young people in the show, and they're just the most amazing group of people I've had the opportunity to work with in a really long time. So the storyline for the show carries through backstage, and that's really special. So what am I looking forward to? Okay, well, gosh, what am I looking forward to with this production? I really think that what I'm personally looking forward to is Violet's journey, getting to go on that journey with Violet every night. She starts off as kind of someone who's been through some really hard times over the last few years, and she is a very hardworking person who has kind of learned to just take care of herself and her daughter, and be her own little unit. Um, and her journey through this show is, she realizes that she doesn't have to go it alone. And it's a really special journey that I get to take with many special people. Um, and I think that is the journey that I'm going to enjoy taking every night with her. So yeah, I look forward to that. And I look forward to all the special moments that we're creating on stage with everyone, from my, two other, leading ladies that I'm with, to Heart, to every single person on that stage. We all have moments together that we get to share with each other. And it's just a really it's a special feeling. So I'm gonna, this is a show that I have a feeling I'm gonna be really sad about when it's over, even though I will be looking forward to resting because it's exhausting. But yeah, I'm gonna miss that journey. It's just too special of a show to miss. This to me really seems like it is a true celebration, and it's something that everyone should come and see and enjoy, because we are we are it just in a time where we need to celebrate. We've had a lot of time where we've been alone and staying home and staying in, and I think that everyone needs to come out and see this show and celebrate the show, celebrate, just have an enjoyable time and have a great time watching everybody on stage, and just, it's a party. So that's why everybody should come and see it. I know we're already completely sold out for opening night. We've been sold out for opening night actually for a while, and I think it's just going to be one big party every performance that people just shouldn't miss out on. My name is Alison Boole. I am the current president of Kentwood Players in Westchester, and I'm also very fortunate to be playing Violet Newstead in the musical 9 to 5, which runs through Saturday, December 10th. And we want you all to come down and get your tickets. We have tickets on sale. You can go to kentwoodplayers.org. You can also check Gold Star if we have tickets still available there. And we have an amazing cast, an amazing crew, and you're just not going to want to miss this show.